Hello, good morning guys. Since hindi tayo makakuha ng common day and time to meet, I've just decided to record this video. So, ang presentation ko ngayon is more on my proposal on where to invest the funds. Pero before that, ang supposed to be agenda natin na pag-uusapan sa core group is are the following. So, what investment vehicle? So, magkukuha din ako ng suggestions from you, and at the same time, I'm supposed to present my own suggestion. And then, we need to get a feedback from each school board kung ano ang kanilang decision. And we'll have to decide, the core group will have to decide if we need to pursue or not to pursue the proposed project. And if it's going to be pursued, who will manage the fund? Is it going to be the PPAFI or individual school board? And then, just in case worst scenario, the FFS shuts down, what will happen to the fund? We'll have to decide on that as well. And then, what's next? So, this is my proposal. So we've got different investment vehicles. Okay, so we can either put the money on a business, like an agricultural business or whatever, or on a real estate. We can also have the option to buy stocks or ETF, or what we call the exchange traded funds, or we can buy mutual funds or UITF or VUL, or we can just put the money on a savings account or buy bonds or others. Now we can categorize this on the following groups. So it's either high risk, high return, medium risk, medium return, low risk, low return, or we can categorize it as high capitalization, medium, or low. And the time requirement, are we going to do it full-time, part-time, or minimal time? Now, based on the situation of the family farm school, this is just my assessment. Okay, we've done business already in the past and we were not successful. Real estate, I'm not sure if we are ready for this one. So, based on my reading with the family farm school, the best way is to go into stocks or ETFs or mutual funds. And in the stocks and mutual funds, you can categorize this to be either high risk, medium risk, or low risk, depending kung ano yung bibilhin natin. And again, since wala tayong perang masyadong malaki, we categorize our fundraising or our fund building as low capitalization. And again, since Family Farm School is a school and it's not a business, we want to devote minimal time on this one. Now, so ang Family Farm School, what we need is an investment vehicle that requires small but regular investment, less technical know-how, and minimal time. Ito yung kailangan ng Family Farm School kasi ang Family Farm School should really focus on the education of the students, and also minimal physical work. Dahil alam naman natin very busy ang mga tutors and teachers and the admin staff. So based on this, ito yung mga saan natin pwedeng ilagay yung pera, sa mutual fund, UITF, o yung tinatawag na unit investment trust fund, or yung VUL or variable universal life insurance, and also on stocks and ETFs. Now, again, my suggestion is to just go into UITF.
Okay? Yung UITF and mutual fund is almost the same. Ang difference lang nitong dalawa na to is iba ang nagmamanage ng mga funds na to at iba ang nagre-regulate. And again, kung ayaw natin ng UITF, we can also go into stocks or ETFs. Now, what is a unit investment trust fund? It is a ready-made investments that pull funds from investors with similar investment goals. So, basically, ito ay parang basket of investments. So, this can be composed of securities, bonds, and equities. But the only difference is there are professional managers who manages this one. So it's not us. So we entrust the fund to the professional because hindi pa qualified ang Family Farm School to choose which investment or what securities or bonds or equities to buy. So ito ang kagandahan nito. So kung hindi natin alam paano pumili ng mga companies, this is the way to go, UITF or mutual fund. Okay, and UITF offers a wide range of options from both new and seasoned investors. So UITF can be bought from banks, okay? And so yun yung UITF. So yung isa namang option natin is to go into exchange traded fund. Ayoko muna yung sa stocks kasi ang stocks is medyo kailangan ng technical know-how on how to choose a good company. But exchange traded fund is just like UITF. Okay? It is a basket composed of several stocks in it. So, ang palagi ko nire-recommend is yung S&P 500. But let's discuss first what is ETF. ETF, it is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, or other asset. When we say index, for example, yung S&P 500, ito yung top 500 companies of the USA. Or it can track a certain sector or industry, like for example, technology sector. So gusto lang natin ay yung companies like, say, Apple or Apple-based technology, Google, something like that. Okay? Commodity or something like yung nagtatrack ng soybean or rice or corn or other asset. So, just like stocks, these can be purchased or sold in an exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange. So, pwede nating bilhin to doon. So, kailangan lang natin ng broker. Okay. Based on my research and experience in stock investing, buying a fund that tracks the S&P 500 is the way to go for people who do not have time to study financial positions of individual companies. So, ito ay bagay na bagay sa Family Farm School or sa mga ordinary people na walang alam masyado sa stocks. So, you can still earn a decent, if not above profit, or average profit, if you invest regularly over a long period of time. So, the next few slides are possible funds where we can invest the money. Okay? So, yung first 6 funds na ipipresent ko, these are UITF. Okay? And the last fund is the S&P 500. Okay? So, the first fund, okay, of the 6 UITF, ginroup ko din to into 2. The first 3, yung Fund A, Fund B, and Fund C, these are newly established or conceived funds. So, mga 2-year-old fund pa lang to. And the second group, which is Fund D, E, and F, are a little bit older funds, around 5 to 7-year-old. Okay? So, the first fund is the BPI Invest US Equity Index Fund, feeder fund. So, kagandahan dito sa Fund A na to, it is in peso. So, kasi may mga fund na in US dollar. So, we'll have to open a US dollar account. So, in this fund, ang minimum initial participation is 50,000. And then, if you want to buy more, additional participation will be 10,000 pesos. and there is a fee of less than 1%. It's just 0.75%. So the benchmark of this fund, it tracks the S&P 500. So this graph shows the history of the NAVPU. NAVPU is the price, net asset value, price per unit. Okay, yun yata ang ibig sabihin ng NAVPU. So if you'll notice, talagang upward trend itong fund na to. Okay, so kung titingnan din natin yung price appreciation since inception, so this is just a 1.81-year-old fund. So medyo bata pa. So from 2014 to 2021, nag-increase na siya ng 43.8%. Or if we average that on a yearly basis, it's already having an average annual increase of 24.22. If we convert that into compound annual growth rate, which we call the CAGR, it is equivalent to 22.25%. Ano ibig sabihin itong CAGR? For example, if we invested $100 in 2014, the next year, kung nag-increase siya ng 22.25, magiging 122.25% na ang pera mo after 1 year. Then, the following year, magiging 122.25 times this amount, ito ang madadagdag. So, nagko-compound siya yearly. Okay? So, medyo malaki yung 22.25% yearly annual growth rate. Okay? So, the next fund is also in peso. Okay? So, ang difference niya is 5,000 lang ang initial participation. And additional participation is 5,000 as well. Okay? Pero kung titingnan nyo yung graph, medyo rough siya na konti kumpara doon sa isa. It also tracks the S&P 500. Pero yung percent price appreciation niya is hindi din siya nagkakalayo doon sa una nating fund. So, this is a 2.3-year-old fund. And then, the third one, now, this is also a two-year-old fund, pero this is in US dollar. Minimum participation is 100, additional would be $100 as well. So, yung kanyang performance is hindi din siya nagkakalayo, and then it also tracks the S&P 500. And then, the next fund, ito na yung medyo older funds, medyo matanda na, it's a 7-year-old fund, but this time it tracks the MSCI AC World Net Index. So, yung kanyang price chart is also a nice upward trend. Okay? So, ang kanyang initial participation is 100, additional is 50. So, not bad. And then, the next one is the Atra US Equity Opportunity Fund. Now, this one tracks the Russell 3000 Growth Index. Russell 3000 Growth Index is the same, almost the same as the S&P 500, but this time it tracks the top 3,000 companies of the USA. So, mas madami siyang tinatrack. Yung S&P 500, yung top 500 lang, 500 companies. Okay. So, initial participation is 100, additional is 50. So, it also has a nice upward trend. Okay. And then, the last of the funds, the UITF, that I want to present is the BPI Invest US Equity Fund. So, medyo malaki lang ang initial participation, 1,000. Additional is 500. Okay. So, it also tracks the S&P 500 index. So, nice upward trend. And the last one, which is the SPY, this is an ETF. This can be bought in a stockbroker. So, normally, US stockbroker. So, I would suggest to open an account like the TradeStation or the Think or Swim of the TD Ameritrade. So, pwede yung mga stockbroker na yun. So in this data, so makikita natin na from January 29, 1993 to September 1, 2021, 28 years ang study natin, nag-increase na siya ng 1,690%. So, if we convert that annually, average, it is increasing at the rate of 59% per year. So, ganun kataas ang in-increase niya. So, compound annual growth rate is 10.61. So, ito yung mga options natin where we can invest the fund. So, to summarize, gumawa ako ng table dito. So, yung nakita nyo kanina, ito din yon. Okay? Ngayon, again, ginroup ko to into 2. So, ito yung Group A, Fund A hanggang Fund C. These are a little bit younger funds. At ito namang next group is a little bit older. So, ang gagawin natin para makumpara natin ng mas maigi at mas maganda yung apple to apple, paparehuhin natin lahat ng number of years nila. So, since Fund A is the youngest, gagawin din natin itong 1.81 year old and this one as well. So, kukunin natin yung data nila kung magkano ang price ng Fund B noong November 11, 2019. Okay? So, iano natin. Papakita ko sa inyo kung paano gagawin. Ano? So, same thing with the older one. So, pinaka bata dito sa older one is Fund E, which is 5.86 year old. Okay. So, this table, kinumpara ko na, no? Ginawa ko na lahat sila ng 1.81 years. So, including the SPY. Makikita natin dito kung anong fund ang magpe-perform ng mas maganda. Okay? In this case, okay, so pare-pareho na yung kanilang age. Hindi din sila nagkakalayo masyado. Okay? So, in this case, ang SPY ang medyo maganda, ang performance, 25. Pero hindi din nagkakalayo ang Fund A at Fund B. Okay? Ang Fund C medyo mababa na konti. Okay? So, let's compare now yung mga older funds. Okay? So, yung older funds, ginawa natin lahat ng 5.86 year old. Okay? So, ang performance niya, ang pinakamaganda ay ang Fund E, which is 18.43%. Okay? That is in 5.8 years. Okay? Ang data natin. And then, followed by the SPY. So, based on that data, okay, ang marirecommend ko, based sa performance ng mga funds, ay ang Fund A. Ang kagandahan sa Fund A, this is in peso. So, we don't need to open a dollar account. And ang kanyang compound annual growth rate is 22.25. And I can also recommend Fund E if we want to go into dollar account, which has a compound annual growth rate of 18.43%. Or we can go to SPY. Okay, 16.39%. So that's it. So sana mapag-isipan natin, and kung meron kayong ibang suggestions, let's discuss it, and I hope we would be able to beat. So kung may question kayo, paki-type na lang sa Messenger at let's discuss. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.